Live with the Woodlard Roar!
Let's go!
Let's go!
Y'all know what this is. Peace and blessings. It is your boy, Eli Rax, a.k.a. Vibes, and welcome to New York Revival, where it's not just sports, it's entertainment. And I'm here with my brother, man. You guys know who he is, and that's the humor god, the chemist himself. LFA is in the building, man. And, of course, no Speed, the genius. But he'll be here later on. He's the special guest of freaking honor here. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? But shout out to you. Yes, you, the revivalists in the chat. Please hit that thumbs up, share and subscribe. We do appreciate all the support. Don't forget we are on iTunes. Don't forget we're on Spotify, guys. Go over there and follow us, man. We're on all streaming platforms as well, man. So let's have some fun, man. But first, man, it's a lot to talk about, Hef. But let's go around the room, man. How was your week, brother? What's going on with you?
Let's go all the way around the room. I feel like it's been a minute since we've sat down and done this. I don't know why. Could have.
You know what? It's funny you say that because it actually feels that way. Even though I think, did we do this last week? I don't even know, man. But it feels like we haven't did this in a while.
I missed last week. The week before we were out for the Knicks game. So if it's been 3 weeks, that's probably as long as we've ever gone in 4 years or 3 years, however long ago we started this.
We've been working our ass off. Our voice is hoarse. We're all tired around here, but we here giving you guys the entertainment that you yearn for, man. So we do appreciate you guys showing up here. But geez, so much to talk about. But first, man, I just want to talk about this is not sponsored. Not a sponsored at all by this company, but Surfsides is one of the best goddamn drinks I ever had in my life. Danger. You can drink 1 million of those and you don't feel any type of buzz at all, brother. So thank you for introducing me to that, man. Holy shoot.
They're nice when you need a break from the Tito's and Sprite, or the Tito's and vodka, as you like to call it.
That was so great.
It's a nice alternative. But like even the Surfsides, after a few, this is why I can't drink like regular beer like I used to anymore. It just fucks me up. So Miller Lite, I could just drink a dozen of them and be fine. But then the Surfsides, after you get to 3 or 4, they're just like it's just so fucking sweet. Like you can't do them all night. So I miss light beer in those times.
What do you mean you can't like drink them all night though? Actually, I think it's kind of one of those drinks you can, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. I mean,
let me know when you go for 6 and 7. You might be feeling some kind of way.
I see what you're saying, man. I see what you're saying. My apologies. You're right.
They are like for 1 to 3 drinks. Perfect.
Yeah, you're right. You know what it is? It's the type of drink where you're having some heavy liquor, like some Casamigos. You're taking shots, and you just need to mellow out and keep the buzz going. That's when you.
Yeah, that's
exactly what it's for. That makes total sense, brother.
Shout out to the chat. I think Kevin is here from Ireland.
Oh, shout out to you, man. Hold on, man. I gotta get you the air horns up in this mug, man.
I know that logo. I know that logo that he's got on the mug there.
Shout out to you guys over there, man. Let's give him a little bit of music, man, and have some fun here because we got a lot of stuff to talk about here, guys, man. What? New York City is on fire. And today, you know what I've been thinking of? What's that movie, man, with Vince Vaughn? As this news drop. What was that movie, man, where he's like plays the blame game? What is that?
When he's like pointing the finger. It is Couples Retreat. And it goes like this. It goes like this. It's time to get focused. Stop pointing fingers. But you're a problem. You're a real problem. It's like an all-time. Dude, it's a line I use constantly. I don't want to point fingers, but I do it with my kids. I'll be like, you're a problem. You're a real problem. They're like, me?
All right, Dad.
But Thibodeau is fired. The Knicks actually fired him. What was your first reaction when you got the news?
You know what, man? I'm not gonna lie to you. I wasn't shocked. And the reason why I wasn't shocked because I said it last week with Speed. Oh, there's Speed right here. Hey, Speed. I said it last week with Speed, right? I said, hey, the way these guys are playing and the way that Thibodeau made the adjustment which is something he doesn't do, you knew his back was against the freaking wall. And listen, guys, I'll be honest. I'll be honest, guys. We're in the know. We're in the know the things around New York City sports sometimes. This platform may not be the biggest, but man, we get all the news. But we heard whispers over here that something might be a little shaky over there in Knicks land. We heard the whispers. So of course we don't confirm because we're not the type of podcast to say, hey, we've heard this. We don't want to be.
Nah, that's not us.
We're not big confirm guys.
We don't want to confirm, right? We don't want to confirm over here. You know what I mean? But we're not going to
just run with the story.
Guys, when you watch this podcast, read between the lines sometimes. Sometimes it feels like we're talking out our rear, but maybe we know something. So, of course, last week, I was like, man, the way he's making adjustments, the conversation was had. Speed, correct me if I'm wrong. You remember this?
You did say it.
A conversation was had where, hey, you better get this team going in the right direction after that choke the first game. You better figure this out because you want the nice guy. You want the nice. And long and behold, he loses the series, and Thibodeau is out of here. Now, them whispers are now loud and clear. You hear it. But I'm not shocked by this at all just because of the stuff I said last week, man. But, Hef, what was your reaction, man? And then we'll go from Speed.
First reaction was I did have the shock. But then, to be honest, my gut instinct was like happy. Like, in a way, I was happy. Like, I was surprised that they had the balls to do it. Was kind of my instinct. My first thought was like, wow, they're really going for it. Like they really think Thibodeau, like that's the equivalent of firing your, NFL coach after losing the NFC championship. It's a wild thing to do. And the Knicks have been irrelevant for so long that Thibodeau was the coach that brought them back. You could say it was Brunson, you could say it was Leon Rose, and they all obviously played a big part, but Thibodeau was the coach in the seat when it all happened. So surprised that they had the balls to do it. But a lot of people had been saying there were coaching things that you would see, and we can go a little bit deeper, but there were reasons to believe that there could be a better coach or a coach who could have done a better job through the playoff run.
And let me say, and you're absolutely right. He could have did a better job. Obviously he can. But the fact that stuff is coming out that these guys didn't know their roles or whatever the case was, that is a coaching problem per se. But at the same time and token, some of those players have to step up too. Like a lot, and we'll get into it a little bit later on, but, some people are blaming Cat. Some people are blaming Bridget. Some people were like, yo, Brunson need to step up a little more sometime in one of those games as well. So they were pointing a finger at everyone. So we're gonna play the blame game a little bit later. Who we think this is gonna be? Who this lays on or whatever the case is. I'm looking for.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying?
It's time to get focused and stop pointing fingers. You're the problem.
You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna play the blame game a little bit later. But I'll tell you this, man. I think everyone needed to do a better job here. I'm gonna be honest with you. Thibodeau, man, you got to give him thanks because this team was irrelevant at some point, and he came in and coached this team up to the Eastern Conference Finals, to playoffs, consistently pretty much throughout the years, even when this guy was here. What's his name? My guy, the guy that they traded for Cat. What the hell? Julius Randle was here.
Oh, yeah.
So the guys, it made him relevant. Julius Randle made him relevant. Then they got all the other players to make him relevant. So, and Thibodeau was here for that. So, you got to give kudos to that. So some people is actually heartbreaking that he's fired at this point. But again, if you can't get over that hump, you got to find somebody in there that can get you there. And they feel like they have the pieces here necessary to win a finals. And we'll break that down a little bit later. But Speed, what you got, man?
Yeah. So I kind of have egg on my face because I've been saying the whole time, I don't think that they're going to fire him because they got 2 wins with it. Like, if it was a gentleman's sweep, I was like, okay, they might fire him. They won that second game. I was like, okay, if they would have went to the finals, I think you couldn't really fire him. But this James Dolan doesn't give a shit about your feelings. He does not give a shit. He will fire someone if you were at the doorstep of a championship. If he doesn't feel that you are going to take him to the top, or have the ability to take him to the top, he will fire you. He did it with the Rangers. He cleaned house when they were right at the doorstep. it didn't work out, but they got right back there again. What I'm saying is there's a precedent set for this. James Dolan will not sit by and watch a guy that kind of has plateaued, right? Like, do you think that he's going to outcoach a good coach at the end of the day? Do you think we had a chance against OKC? Like, the offense was a problem. The offense looks disjointed. It plays iso ball. There's not a cohesive unit, right? Defense supposed to be Thibs' his specialty. They look disjointed all season long. Like, at some point, and again, I think we love Thibs for what he did. He brought this franchise back to relevance. He got them to this level where they're now a championship contender. But he's not the guy to take them over the top. Doug Collins with the Bulls. He built the Bulls. He built that thing from the bottom up. He got them right to the precipice. He could not get them over the edge. Now, Phil Jackson came in. He was the next guy. I don't think there's a Phil Jackson waiting out there per se.
No.
But
no.
You know what? You could sit here and continue to plateau and kind of just hope for the best, hope that this team gels a little bit more, or you could take the chance, right? Take the chance that somebody's a little bit can get more out of this offense. Like, even if they just get more of the offense and the defense plays the same, you're still right there, right, with the same unit. But I love Thibs. He brought the toughness back to the city. He brought the mentality back to the city. He brought the Knicks back to relevance. Kudos to him. He should get his flowers. But the Knicks made the right move, the ballsy move, and I respect it.
Real ballsy. Very ballsy.
Very. And you know what, though? And it's funny you say that, Speak, because, again, a lot of people are like, man, how could they fire him? Whatever the case is, like, we're looking at Knicks X, as we say, and a lot of people disagree with this firing. But I have to say this, man. I think it was the right call. I mean, we've been teeter-tottering on this roller coaster or whatever the hell is for some time now. So to finally have the balls to pull the trigger and say, yes, I understand you're successful. Yes, I do understand you got us to the Eastern Conference Finals and in the playoffs back-to-back or whatever the case is, but you can't get us to the finals. You can't get us to the chip. It's been so many years. It's just at this point, get somebody else in here that's going to win one for us. You got to tip your hat to Dolan here. Or is it Leon at this point?
Both, yeah. Just
so
both,
and we'll talk about what the rumor reel is saying or which we know, but still, get somebody in here that's going to, because they feel like they have the roster. And listen, and Speed, I understand the offense was like, hey, they didn't score enough and etc. They wasn't consistent enough. But what was really, really bad was his specialty, the defense. The defense was horrendous. So if you're bringing somebody in here that's supposed to be this guru at defense, you couldn't even get that together. You know what I mean? So it's time to get somebody in here. And if you get an offensive mind, then kudos, great. But if you put another defensive mind in there and they're solid, they're doing what they got to do on defense, then they made the right choice. The Knicks at this point. But again, his nail in the coffin was the defense. I'm sorry. Go ahead, F.
Yeah, it's just a little like cohesion between the roster you have and the coach you have. And you have some guys on defense like OG or Mitch that are like really great defenders and Josh Hart, who's just a full effort guy, paired with Brunson and Cat, who are like they were exposed on defense big time. Oh. I mean, Cat had 2 to 3 fouls a game that were just such bonehead moves, like top of the key, just like grabbing someone's shirt around a screen. Like that's dumb, dude. Yeah. That's preseason ball. That is not playoff basketball. So it's frustrating watching that team and they're not deep. You saw some sparks off the bench, but like, why the hell wouldn't you try this out all season long? You were a good team with a good record. I'm sure there was a lot of second and third quarters when you had a 10-point lead when you could have been trying these guys out and giving them meaningful minutes in, close-ish games. Whether you could have had a much better idea of what you had going into the playoffs because we just rode Brunson so hard.
And the word is the players pushed to get these bench guys in. The players. And that's where the biggest issue was. Because when I got done with the season, I'm like, you know what, these guys – they vouched for him. They like him. I thought they would rally behind Thibs, because Thibs is their guy, they're Thibs' guy. But I think the players know that this was, as far as old man Thibs could take them. He wasn't giving them the schematic advantage, but they had their exit interviews, and Leon Rose and Dolan were sitting in on these things, and that's not typical. So they talked to all these players, and after these meetings, they fired him. So you can only surmise that these players either didn't have the nicest things to say about Thibs, or saw the writing on the wall and said, hey, we love this guy, but we need something more, right? There was confusion. There wasn't, there wasn't a total buy-in. You have players yelling at each other deep into the playoffs, like on the bench. Like there were some things that just didn't work. And what remains to be seen now is what this team is going to look like, because these are all Thibs guys. And, I don't know if they will remain on the team, or are you bringing in the coach to work with this unit, or are you gonna make some moves to help the new coach, get what he needs? That's going to be.
Could any coach come in and like make, Cat and Brunson look like better defenders? I don't think so. You might change some scheme things or change the rotation, but they are who they are.
Well, here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. Like, this is the Eastern Conference team here. This is a semifinals team. So to blow it all up, I don't see it. Like, maybe you could have put a couple pieces in here. Maybe Josh Hart could be a casualty here. That's what I kind of see. But I'm looking at Cat that was kind of out his element. These guys were coming in and playing multiple minutes. Cat looked gassed at the end of this season here. He looked tired. Couldn't move his feet much. He was jogging up the court, zesty like. You know what I mean?
That's him.
That's Cat though. That's Cat though. That's
so
but it just seemed like it was more magnifying here now. You get what I'm saying? So I think they was just gassed and etc. as well. But I don't think you should blow it up if there's another person coming in here. If anything, you add a couple pieces. And like I said, I'm looking at the Josh Hart. I'm looking at the Paynes of the world. I'm looking at all those guys in there, the Deuces. Maybe you build the bench a little bit different, or get a couple players in here that can help this team out. Those are the casualties. But as far as Cat, unless you got a guy like a Thibodeau, the Greek freak coming in here, then you trade him away and you get him in here. You get what I'm saying? But other than that, no, I don't. I just don't.
But
I don't see
here's
Cat
the
going
problem.
anywhere.
Here's the problem. They have no money, literally no money to spend.
No,
and they have no draft picks. They traded them all away from McCall. So how that therein lies the problem, right? How do you build a team better? How do you build depth when you have no money and no draft picks?
Well, if you trade players, you get some money back. But you're trying to upgrade, right? You need more cash. You're trying to upgrade your players. So unless you're giving away too many players, it's going to be very hard to make up, because obviously Giannis would warrant a super max, whatever the fuck.
Right.
Correct. But this is what I'm saying. At this point, you get the guy in here to fix what he has, because they got to play defense, right? Again, this is an Eastern Conference team. They made it that far. So now you get the guy in here to tweak a couple things, throw a little wrench in there, get a new voice. Maybe you might have a team that could get you to the finals. Maybe you can possibly win one. You know what I mean? So I don't think it's all blow up necessarily. Like I said, the only thing I can see
that blow up.
Josh Hart's of the world. But again, the fact that they don't have money in picks, you stick with this team and you go, okay, maybe a different voice and a different scheme can actually help this. And maybe they know what they're doing and they'll be fine. You know what I mean? So let's see. You know what I mean? So I don't think it's a blow up scenario at all here with the Knicks. Not at all. Not at all. But I just want to say one thing too.
Yeah.
No. I just want to say one thing too. As far as Cat, man, shout out to WFAN. I get it. They got to do quick baits and click baits and etc. I get it. But as far as Greg, Gio, man, shout out to Gio, friends of the show is over there, calling Cat a loser, man. Like, can I just say something real quick, man? And I'm gonna let you guys. It's listen. I understand the frustration. I do understand how he played. We watched the entire game. We get it. He didn't play up to par to what we know for Karl Anthony Towns to play as. We get it. But to say he's a blatant loser, nah, man, there was plenty of times he actually showed up and helped us out. You know what I mean? Throughout the entire, season as well. Cat did his thing, you know what I mean? But the loser part is where it kind of became personal there, Gio. You know what I'm saying? It kind of became a little personal there. It sounds like you was upset that he lost, and you put the blame on Karl Anthony Towns, and you calling him a loser made it seem so personal with the tone and etc. The way you delivered that, my guy, was kind of crazy there, Gio. Like, you gotta sit back and be like, man, how did I deliver this? How did this come off? Came off as real personal and real sour and real bitter. You know what I mean? So at that point, man, I think you got to reevaluate that a little bit. And then you snapping at the Giants legend himself. And I'm sorry I'm taking y'all thunder. Forgive me. But you're snapping at the legend himself, Carl Banks, comes to chime in and say, hey, man, I think your tone was a little off. And you're like, man, you owe me $500. Shut up, old man. I'm like, damn, geez.
That was
a
wild.
little-
That was
Yeah.
wild.
Violence, bro. It's just
He
not
chose
worth it.
violence. That's
Yeah, it's
it.
just not worth it, man. Like, I understand the Knicks lost. You're upset about it, but I don't think Carl Anthony Towns was the loser as you're making him out to be. But, guys, talk me off a ledge. Maybe I'm
Jeff,
wrong.
you want to go? Because I'm going to take the opposite side here. So you go. If you,
All right.
I want to see
Yeah,
where you go.
he's
here.
no loser. He's,
Yeah.
you know, this is a stud from Kentucky who's been, you know, a pretty relevant NBA player. Like he's not a. There's so many more players you could call a loser. Even though, but if they're in the NBA, they're not. That's the thing. So it was kind of a. You don't know where to place your frustration, so you're just like, this will get clicks. Let me go on a fucking rant where I just shred this innocent player who, in a few games, you saw him pour his fucking heart out for the Knicks. Then the last game they won, game 5, I believe, right before this one to force it. That was Towns. He won that game. He put the Knicks on his back, 20 points in the fourth quarter. You're calling him a fucking loser? I don't think so, man. So not for me.
Yeah. All right. So let me speak on this because there's several parts to this I want to talk about. First off, this is Sports Talk Radio 101. He went in. Who can you literally go after? Right. You're not gonna put this whole series on Bridges, and you're not gonna put this whole series on Hart. Those guys, they're 3 and 4 guys. They're low on the totem pole. It's not spicy enough, right? It's not spicy enough takes. So who does that leave? Brunson, Cat, and Thibs. So Thibs, whatever, he got some of his. Yeah, you got Cat.
My God.
But listen, if it comes to the players, right? If it comes to the players, you have to choose one or the other, Brunson or Cat, right? Because those are your 2 top guys. Right. They're not going to go after their guy, Brunson. Brunson is New York. Brunson is the golden boy. He's the captain. They're not going to go after Brunson. He's been a New York Knick for longer. Like there's many reasons why they were going to go after Brunson. So the punching bag was Cat. Cat's the new guy. He takes a lot of stupid fouls. He makes a lot of he doesn't play smart basketball. And I said this about McCall too. There are guys that are like 16 game players in hockey. I said this last episode. That means they're gritty. They're smart. They're playoff. Like they when the game is on the line, that you know they're going to come through, and they just come through in a clutch. And it doesn't feel. And what Gio was trying to say is this guy isn't a 16 game player. He's not a winner. He's not going to put you over the edge. And after that little loser comment, he said he's a losing player. He wasn't. I don't think he came.
Is he though? Is he?
I'm not saying. I don't know.
He's come up short. He has come up short multiple times. Listen, I don't agree with it.
Even Jalen Brunson has came up short before. You get what I'm saying? That doesn't make him a loser or a losing player.
Right. I disagree with it. I think his opinion was he needed someone to pin it on, right? His opinion was it's Cat. Cat sometimes is inconsistent. He's frustrating player to watch sometimes. He was frustrating. I mean, but listen, if you could literally point the finger at every one of these guys, right? I just went through the whole laundry list of guys. But Cat is the highest paid guy. He's the newest Knick in town. He's not a Nova Knick. And he's the punching bag right now. He took it in the chin because he was a spicy take.
How do you feel? Do you think he's a losing player?
He's a frustrating player for me because I see what he did in Game 5, and I was like, why can't you bring it every game? Like, why can't you bring it?
C-Speed, frustration. That's the word. Tell me you're frustrated with the way Carl Anthony Towns played.
I don't think he's
a loser or a losing player. It's crazy to me.
Now, can I say someone I think is a loser?
I think Gio can take that back.
I said this about someone before. Someone before. James Harden, to me, is a losing player.
That's every a losing player.
He gets to the playoffs, he shits his pants.
Would you put Westbrook? Would you put Westbrook in that category?
Losing player. Exactly.
Exactly. It's a slippery slope because those are MVP.
Great players.
I think they're both former MVPs, right? Like they were at least scoring champs at one point.
Right.
But I was frustrated with every single Knicks starter at some point. Josh Hart drove me fucking crazy. He always drives me crazy, but I love him for it because he's a psychopath. but I know what I'm getting in him. You know what I mean? Bridges drives me fucking crazy. He closed out 2 games in Boston with his defense, but then he fades away from the basket. You're 6'6", whatever. Go fucking dunk it, bro.
Yeah, go strong.
The way he fades it, that drives me fucking crazy.
And that's the thing. And I understand you guys saying don't place blame on Josh Hart or I was about to say Todd Bridges again, or Kyle Bridges. I get it. I forget for Gio for a second. Just for a second.
Okay.
I do understand how Speed was like, hey, those guys aren't it. I place blame on both those guys because if you're starting in this league and you're one of those role key players, I expect you to step up. And like Hefe said, freaking Mikal didn't have the heart to go dunk a ball. His mid-range was gone. The defense that we saw him on game 1 and 2 during the Celtic, that was like his finals for him. That's the only time he stepped up. Then he played the Homer Simpson and just eased right into the background of the grass where he was at, in the bushes. The entire freaking Pacers series. Where was Mikal? Where was he? He has to step up. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. So when you got to point the finger, you better look at him right in his face and say, dude, you need to find that next level because it's only going to get harder from here on in when you start playing in the playoffs. Otherwise, you're not going to find minutes. You're going to sit on the bench and somebody else is going to come in. And the messed up part is we have no goddamn bench at all. That's another story. Yeah. You know what I mean? But at this point, if you had a bench, then you'd be like, dude, you can't earn your minutes. You can't even find your mid-range jumper, something that you're good at. Like, you got to point your finger at him. The Josh Harts of the world. Like, he drove everyone up a wall. But if you're starting and you got solid minutes, I expect you to step up. It can't be a Brunson and a Cat all the time. Because guess what? There's going to be off nights. It's just what it is. Nobody's Jordan out there. Nobody's Kobe out there. You get what I'm saying? So, of course, you got to find the next guy to step up for you. But guess what? Jordan had, too, that if he had an off night. Scottie freaking Pippen. Ain't no Pippins out there either. But I'm saying it was a role. It was another player.
Horace Grant. They had Steve Kerr.
Grant. He had Ron Harper, Paxton. He had all them guys. Coach off the bench. Kerr, like you said, Kerr. Like he had those players. The Knicks doesn't. I get it. But somebody has to be that guy. And if you trade in all these first-round picks, Mikal, you better be that guy.
Well, that's the problem. Are we forcing these guys to be like? That's why
all them picks. Yes.
Well, that's what I'm thinking about. We might need a shakeup though, because I don't know if these guys have it in them. I don't know if they have the grit and the heart and the will to win. Unless, do you think that they'll change next year? Because these same guys are probably going to be back.
They will.
How do you change their mentality in a year? Like, players are who they are. You know, Cat. Everybody tells us this. Like, and I was talking about how frustrated I was with Cat, and everybody's like, "I told you this before he came. This is who Cat is. He picks up frustrating fouls. He's a little clumsy. He'll be on one day and he'll be off the other. And they're like, you don't know ball because you haven't been watching him. I was like, you're right. I haven't been watching him, night in, night out. I've watched this year was the first year I've watched him night in, night out. Now I reset this is who Cat is. But he's not going to change. Is Mikal going to change? These are vets. These are 8-year plus vets. I don't know who's changing to take this team to the next level.
Maybe goes back to the coach thing,
And you're going exactly where I'm going, Hef. I'm going to rip the Band-Aid off because we're going to play who's who to blame. I don't think Thibodeau is the guy you should blame fully for this. And you're going to think I'm crazy. I know you're going to think I'm crazy. But Tom Thibodeau isn't the guy you should have. I don't think he should have been fired. I don't think so. And yes, he's frustrating to watch. Yes, he doesn't make the adjustments. I get it. But you know who I'm pointing the blame at? For this roster,
the real problem.
The real problem. The roster right now, Leon Rose.
Ooh.
He built this roster.
Bro,
hold on. I like it.
I understand, and I'm going for the gusto here. I'm going for the throw. I understand you got Brunson in here. I understand he's a star. I get it. I understand you trade for a big cat. I get it. But you still gave up 5 freaking first rounders. 4 of them conditional, 9, whatever the hell it is. I don't even know the deal. I don't know. It's gone. 4 or 5 is gone. Okay,
it's a lot.
You gave up that many picks for a guy that was a no-show. Then you look at the bench and you go, man, are they a reliable bench? Because you just got rid of the DiVincenzo that was giving you those freaking minutes off the bench there. That could have stepped up in times like this here, and that could have been the guy for you. But you got Deuce coming in as a 6-man that shows you inconsistent play from the entire series. Leon Rose should have been on the chopping block as well. If you're gonna clean house, clean house. This is the roster you built.
Yeah.
If you don't have enough for me as a coach, and I still get you to the Eastern Conference Finals, and I still can't get, and you fire me after this team was dead for freaking years, and consistently I've been giving you hit after hit after hit, and playoff after playoff after playoff, and you giving me this shit roster, and you giving me Mikal freaking Bridges. Leon Rose should have been fired, not Thibodeau. Are you crazy? Are you crazy? I'm sorry, I'm off my high horse. Sorry.
Yo, honestly, that's the first person. You're the first person that has the balls to say Leon Rose, and he's gotten his flowers, but he constructed this roster.
Yes,
he has now put them in a situation where they have to either blow it up or just hope for positive regression and get a new coach.
I will say, I give him so much credit for. I mean, Brunson was such a home run. Because it was the caliber of person you brought in too to be that leader, but also the kind of guy who would take a discount. He literally took a massive discount to try and build a championship team. I think where Leon Rose went wrong was like the fucking haul for Bridges. Like he is not a you gave up
an all-star.
Did you give up a Giannis haul for Bridges? You should have saved all those picks and waited till that guy was available. Like, yes, but I do give him grace because it takes years to build a championship team.
It does.
Right? And you can obviously see every year it's getting better. But Bridges, dude, how do you give up that much for Bridges? A guy who's afraid of the rim, definitely allergic, and is like 50-50 in close range. Like he's frustrating as fuck, dude. And we put out a poll, and Bridges is leading as the most frustrating Knick at this moment.
It should be.
That's fair. And listen, you're right. He built this flawed roster, right? There's no bench, a very thin bench. Guys that he built a team that could beat Boston. He specifically built a team to beat Boston. You beat Boston, but you forgot about Indiana and the other teams. What about OKC? What about Indiana? What about the other teams that you have to play? So if you built a team specifically to take out the two wings in Jalen and Tatum, then you kind of messed up. It's not a very diverse team that could take on more opponents. So Leon, now, you're right. He points in the finger. I point the finger at him. For me, I'm gonna say, I'm going with the man of the hour, Thibodeau. Man, Thibodeau for me, he is the guy. He's a real problem, and that's why I'm not going to point fingers, but Thibodeau, you're a real problem. You're out because of it. Listen, all respects. I said it on the beginning of the show. I love him, but the fact that he waited this long to start putting in Jalen Wright, you didn't even try Kolek. The Knicks. What were the Knicks missing? Another ball handler, right? You had a ball handler in Kolek sitting on a bench. And you didn't even try him. We don't even see
every clip is him lighting it up and looking phenomenal.
Yeah, we don't even know. He's a 3-point shooter too. What were we missing? Consistent 3-point shooting from the bench. But listen, the Devo thing, I don't even blame too much because if you didn't trade Devo, you don't get Cat. And if we don't get Cat, we probably, like you said, don't make it this far. So you have to give to take, and I get it. Julius Randle, I was perfectly okay with. Devo was the sacrifice that we had to make to get what we thought was a better roster. And I do believe this roster was better. We were a championship caliber roster. It was just so disjointed on offense and defense, and I blame Thibs for that, man. You're the head coach. You have to keep your team together. You got to keep them focused. You got to teach them defense. You got to teach them. How many times were they telling them communicate? And every time, standing wide open 3-pointers, these guys left and right. It was so enraging to watch. And then these teams go on these runs. They go on 9-0 runs.
Game of runs.
And then he waits till it's like 15-16-0 run to call timeout. It's like, call timeout right away. End the fucking run.
Another thing, dude, and like the Pacers obviously have a deeper bench, but it's partly because of coaching that developed that second five, right?
There you go.
And he was not afraid to leave Halliburton on the bench for 8 minutes at a time. Yeah. He was on the bench a lot in some of those games. So he wasn't afraid to do that. And it's like when the Knicks would go on runs, because you could have a different conversation about Brunson because a lot of people have been very critical of him in like some of these big moments and stuff like that. But like when the game is on the line, you want Brunson with the ball. But there were many times where he took a break and the team had a little more juice because Brunson does slow the game down, for better or worse. He slows it down, and he's not a good defender. So when you bring in these other guys, you can run and gun a little bit and get all those defensive steals. There's no one guy for the defense to focus on, so a lot of things open up. But you never developed that second five, and that's 100% on Thibodeau.
And you could argue that him bringing Brunson back in game one when they were up 15 points, and that unit was the sole reason. OG was leading the charge.
Yeah,
Shamet was locking down people. They had it in the bag. If you need defense at that point. You're up 15. You didn't need Brunson back in there to get more offense.
That's what I meant to Thibodeau on
the room.
Dude, it's going well. You don't let Brunson rest. If this group wraps up the game or keeps the lead, then let Brunson rest. Like, isn't that more important than forcing him back in? Why?
So, hold on. We haven't got to this yet.
Hold on. I'm sorry. Hold on, Speed. Hold on.
Holy shit, a super chat.
Bartlett from the top rope, as always. And I did say at the beginning, I'm going to drink for as many seconds as there are super chats. So 10 seconds, Bartlett. This is for you, baby. I love you.
Oh man.
Cheers.
So somebody read that thing while he shares this thing.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
9.9.
9.
9. 9. 9. 9.
I love you, Bartlett. He says, "Cat." I gotta read it now after the drink.
Yeah,
I read that. Top 10 player in the league if he could stay out of foul trouble. And this is the frustrating part about Cat. If he, with his stupid fouls, takes himself out of the game, if he stayed in the game, if he didn't make these stupid fouls, he'd be able to score more points. It's just common sense. Not many guys in the league can drive and shoot it like him. Also, not many can stop him when he's down low. That was the frustrating part with me with Cat. He has had so much untapped potential. If he could just a little bit more here and there. But again, I have to reset my line of thinking, right? Because this is who he is. This is always who he's been. And if I can accept that now I know this is Cat, and I know what to deal with forward. Now, how do you get the best out of him and Brunson on the floor at the same time? That's the question.
And listen, I just want to say he used the hashtag Revivalist of the Year. Where's Greg?
Wow.
Where's all the revivalists that was here? He's putting the hammer down on y'all. He say he's the Revivalist of the Year. I don't know. Rich is in a good running too. Rich is there. Greg was there. I mean, we got some company here, Bartlett. But Bartlett might.
He's raising the bar.
He's
raising the bar.
Do this.
Yeah. I hope somebody drops a 20 spot on Spiro's head right now, because you could tell towards the end of 10 seconds
he was tearing up.
It was my first chunk.
He was tearing up. He was like,
she was my first Asian.
he was blinking like a kid fell. He was like,
hey, listen,
I love shout out Spiro. I love the new segment. It's called the Vince Vaughn Blame Award. Is that what we're calling it?
You're the problem award. It's the Vince Young, you're the problem award. We're gonna stop pointing fingers, but you're the problem. You're a real problem. And we're gonna use this across all sports.
Yes, all topics.
Use this all
you
topics.
You guys want to give us a situation? We'll play the blame game. We'll tell you who's to blame.
Guys, who the hell's the next coach? Anybody guys anything about who the hell's the next coach?
So there's names out there. There, Mike Malone.
Bartlett. Hold on, Bartlett.
Holy shit, a super chat.
Spiro.
All right, I might need to get on the beer.
Hope you're.
Here it goes. Here it goes, Rich. Okay. Let's go, right. Rich. Here it goes. The competition.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
The competition is
that's a 40.
That's a 40 spot, Speed. That's 40.
I might need to get more beers.
Yeah, you do.
Go get some beer right now.
Wait, can someone else help me a little? Can I pass off like 5 seconds?
I wish I could.
I'm just water.
All right, so I'm gonna take Rich's first. Bartlett, I got you.
Dang it.
A little bit faster of a 20 count, please.
A little faster.
Okay. 2,
3. 5.
Have yours done.
Let me play some.
Drink
beer.
it all.
I got
Just
some
drink it all.
beer chugging.
What are you
music.
guys? What are you guys on?
Fine.
What am I on?
What are you on right now? Come on. Let's see. Let's go.
6.
3.
You guys aren't even counting.
No, okay, I got you. Yeah,
All right. Let's do serious.
You're
Let's
at
do serious.
17 for the first 20.
Yes.
Here we go.
18, 19, 20. Oh, that looks cold. You see how like close together his lips are? That's probably freezing.
Oh yeah, you got a brain freeze right now. That's what that is.
Woo.
Brain freeze.
All right.
This
all
is
right.
this is the white guy chugging beer official music right here.
Yeah, that really is.
Hold on, was
It
that
is
was that
official.
40 seconds right there, or that was the first
That
time?
That was 20. I was
That was
20. I got
20.
to give me a
Oh, I
break.
gotta get
here.
another one. Oh Lord, hold on, we got
All right.
another one.
Sweating
We
now.
got 20
Sweating.
down. Shout out to Rich, man. Listen, he's in the
We love you,
running.
Rich.
We got to do Revivalist Awards. I think that'll be
20.
fire right there.
Juan Soto
Awards.
is back. By the way, he's back. He has hit the ball
He's drunk
hard.
already.
in a
He's
must
drunk
drink
He's
for him.
stalling.
Yeah,
I mean, he's got to. He's trying to warm up the vocal cords, poor guy.
this guy.
Hero, what if they keep coming? What if the supers just keep coming and you just
Well,
can't stop?
hopefully
chugging
I'm
beer?
going to end the show sooner than.
He's going my kids to the bed. Get to bed.
Hey,
He's
and
gonna
for
be
the
slurring.
my next trick, I'm going to shotgun a beer next time we get subscribers. I want subscribers. I'm going to shotgun per subscriber for the next show.
I like this.
That we add.
We're gonna cut this.
That
we're
we
gonna
add.
cut this up.
Tell your friends.
Per
Tell your friends if you
individual
want to-
subscriber?
Yes.
Ooh,
Wow,
chug
wow,
for 20
wow,
for
wow.
Juan Soto.
Okay, here we go.
Juan.
I need an official count, or else I'm going to fucking count myself here. Are you guys actually
We'll
count?
get you one, Speed. We'll get
Okay.
you one. We'll get
Oh,
you one.
if you
Not
want
gonna
official,
stopwatch.
I got you.
I'm
Yeah,
starting a
do the
stopwatch.
here.
Starting a
Do the
stopwatch.
Speed.
Ooh.
You gotta count for Speed.
All right. This is for Juan
All right,
Soto.
this is set up
This
now.
is for my
This
first
is for
place
Juan
Mets.
Soto.
Juan Soto. This is for my first place
Soto.
Mets.
Are you ready, sir?
Yes,
And
ready?
go.
And chug. Oh, there it goes. Let's go, Speed. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. This is the slowest.
Oh,
Let's go. Bam. Oh, my God. He just threw up right there. He threw up right on the side, guys. Speed, you dying.
oh, that looks so cold.
We did it. We did it, guys.
You did it.
Ugh.
Oh, man.
Gotta eat
Shout
that
out to
beer.
Barkley.
Thank you, Richard and Bartlett, continuing to
We love you
raise the
guys.
bar around here.
Of course.
We
as
love you
usual,
guys.
man.
Hey, we're still looking for the revivalist of June. So step on up, everybody. Somebody else take the throne from Bartlett because he's now he's in the lead of revivalist of the year. So you better step up your game, everybody.
Hold on, man. Rich is making
Rich is coming with it. Rich is right there.
You know,
He's
very
right there.
good case. A very
He is right there,
good
Rich.
case
Sorry.
right now.
Don't mind me. Rich and Bartlett are neck and neck.
They are
Neck
neck
and
and neck right now. We got to do Revivalist Award to give away some stuff to these guys here, man. Shout out to you guys. But guys, man, listen, man, let's talk about it, man. Obviously, we can go through coaching another time, but
I got none of the names. Let's just run it back on here on the
Yeah.
coaching. None of the names are truly inspiring, right? The Knicks are taking a chance here. You have your old faithful in Thibodeau, but they're taking a chance that there's upside somewhere else. And you can list the names. None of them are Phil Jackson, like I said. But hey, if you guys can, if this next person get them a little bit better defensively, or a little bit better offensively, then you might have. Yeah, hey,
I'm
yeah,
sorry.
listen.
There is a whole list of odds for that. Now I don't know if this is trolling, but they have Stephen A. Smith.
I saw that.
Like
I
this is
saw
where we
that.
at. Listen, they got Mike D'Antoni. Didn't he coach us before? Something was it?
Yeah, it was.
Is he even? I got
Ewing was up
I
there.
saw Patrick Ewing on a list too. Like
Patrick Ewing? Like really?
nobody thinks Patrick Ewing is the guy to get you over the
right.
hump,
Like
right?
so, like did the Knicks just
Gotta be trolling.
make a move to make a move? Like, or do they have to have a plan, right? There has to be a guy. You don't just fire Thibodeau.
Well, it's been
just like say
it's been like 2.5 days. You really have that good of a plan after 2.5 days of your season being over? All interviews internally conducted. They wasted no fucking time, dude.
and
They
like
gotta
so.
have a plan.
Well, I don't know. So is Brunson's dad on the chopping block now? is like, and if Brunson's dad's on a chopping block, was it like is Brunson going to get pissed? Like this is going to be interesting. You got to tread carefully. Leon Rose is going to be on the hot seat now. You have a championship roster that you built. You're bringing in the last final piece now. This is all on you, Leon.
Spee, I'm telling you right now, you guys think I'm crazy, and everybody else think I'm crazy. I'm telling you right now, Leon Rose is the damn problem. We're gonna see this because if you fire Thibodeau with no plan and there's no head coaching out there that you're gonna say, that's the needle mover. There's no one out there at this point. Let's be honest here. I'm telling you, it'll
doesn't mean they can't get it right, but there's
it'll
no
show. I'm
You're
very
right.
confident it will show that Leon Rose was the problem. It'll show. It'll show.
So you don't have confidence that they can take the next step.
No, I in fact, I think they will regress.
Oh,
I don't think
that would be bad.
Because
the East is going to be.
And unfortunately,
the East is going to be wide open next year. That's If they regress next year, that would really suck.
Regress, man. They're going to regress.
Well, that's the most frustrating part about this year specifically, is that you got Cleveland and Boston out of the way.
I know.
This was wide open to get to the final.
I'm going to get another beer. Hold on.
To get to the finals, like
drown your sorrow, Speed. Drown your sorrow. Drown your sorrows.
The Pacers were deep. I mean, when 3 different guys on the Pacers like have career nights in different games, you could either say that's ridiculous, it's unlucky, or at some point you just got to tip the cap and say they're a better team. And so,
they're a better team.
While I despise Halliburton, absolutely hate him, he, was a constant threat. He's annoying to watch play basketball, admittedly, even if it wasn't against the Knicks. I just don't like the way he plays basketball. Nate Smith goes absolutely unconscious in game 1. You saw him, like, he's a tough defender. I'll give him credit. He's a tough defender. He was all over Brunson as much as possible. But that dude, what he did shooting 3 in the fourth quarter of game 1 is something he will never do again the rest of his life. And it's what most shooters will never experience, is where you just can't miss. And he had 5 in a row in the fourth quarter. That doesn't happen.
Yeah. No, it doesn't.
To that point, though, Jeff,
it doesn't.
And this is where I blame Tibbs, because he got outcoached by Carlisle. If you're seeing Brunson not get up on Naismith after he's hit 3 threes, put Shamet back in there. Put Jalen Wright in there. Put someone that could get a hand up and make sure you run him off the 3-point line. Don't let him keep shooting threes. He's clearly unconscious. He's clearly on fire. Tibbs, call timeout. Get a defender in there because Jalen ain't getting it done.
You're right.
That wins you game 1. That changes the series.
I mean, you were up 9 points with 51 seconds to go.
Hold on. But can I just say this? Shout out to the sis, man. She's been in this chat going crazy. Shout out to the sis, man. Shout out to the sis.
My sister, she knows her ball. She knows her ball. She knows her ball. We talk all day.
He's drunk.
I'd say she learned from me, but she knows her shit. I'm not gonna take credit. She just knows her shit.
Hey, you're the youngest or the oldest? You're the oldest or youngest?
No, I'm the oldest. I taught her the way of sports. She just got in, but she's taking her. Yes.
Shout out to you, sis, man. For real, man. Appreciate you.
We're gonna go to a Mets Yankees game, maybe hopefully soon, or something, and we're gonna all meet out.
Pia was in the building for that Knicks game with you. She was the closeout game, right?
It is.
Oh, look at that.
Look at that. Oh, see, I finally get to reverse the roles to you guys now. I'm like,
yeah, Precious is always in this chat.
Which begs the question: where the fuck are my sisters?
Yeah, right.
I got 2 of them. I never seen one of them in this.
This is a shout out to the Pilgrims or whatever they are now. They're not Pilgrims anymore.
They're not Pilgrims. What the fuck?
Maybe that's
why they're not here.
You know what? Hang on. I'm calling these bitches. What?
So you see Eli and Spiro's 2 sisters. They show up.
Always showing love, man. My sister was here early. I don't know where she went, but shout out.
She was.
Presh has more goodwill than anybody here.
She does. She kept the lights on.
She was a day zero. She was a day zero.
Tell her that's we love you, Presh, and we love you.
My sisters will be hearing from me. Okay.
Yeah, you better, man. You better yell at them.
They'll be getting a letter.
Yes.
This
is not over.
I just want to say this for the first time, and we stuck to our guns. And listen, guys that come here for the Giants, we will be talking about the Giants. We actually have a
There's
guest
plenty
coming
of
on
time
next
for that.
week to talk about the Giants. But this is our first show where we spoke about basketball for the entire 50 minutes. And I have to say, I'm really excited the fact that we could talk about New York sports. It's amazing.
This is us.
Something,
This is so
something
us.
that we wanted to do. So yeah, man, thank you guys for sticking, man. Shout out to the 384 people
You know
watching.
what I like about it too, because the Giants are easy for us. That just comes, that's obviously our bread and butter. That's how we started. That's how we met each other, and all of that. But the Knicks, all we went off of was Thibodeau was fired, and let's talk. And for 50 straight minutes, I didn't really have to look up anything. And that's a good sign. I love talking ball with you guys. It's one of the greatest joys in life. I just wish my sisters were here to see it.
Guys, hold on, man. I just want to say this, man. You see Stephon Diggs wilding the hell out here? I'm just saying. You see him smacking Cardi B right on the rump. All that fake booty, all that plastic booty she got. Shout out to you.
Yeah, I did see that. Yo, he's been going. And what was he doing on that boat? You see the boat one where he was in and out a little something.
Something that looked fun. It was probably fun.
It looked like
whatever he had. He was making them call him daddy and giving out. No, you take this and come back in 20 minutes.
That's that stuff that put Diddy in hot water allegedly. That's that stuff that put Diddy in hot water allegedly.
Performance enhancing or performance. I don't know what's the opposite of enhancing.
Something.
It was a performance altering drug of some sort. And
allegedly.
That's Stephon Diggs, man. He's still playing, right? He signed with the Patriots.
He was at camp 2 days later.
Yeah, he signed with the Patriots. It's not a good look for your new head coach, Rabel.
He just looks like he has reached new levels of diva.
That's
yeah.
He was always a problem, but now he doesn't give a fuck. He doesn't give a fuck anymore.
You know what it is, man? He's a household name. Now, listen, you can't go out with an old joke. You can't go out with Cardi B and not be like extra famous.
Yeah,
you get what I'm saying? Like he's messing with Cardi B, one of the hottest rappers in the game right now. So of course,
she ain't exactly Taylor Swift either, where you could just go have a good old Taylor Swift time.
Yo, imagine over there. Imagine her
on the boat with all the hoes and everybody else.
Imagine her at a Patriots game and they play a WAP. Like
in Boston.
Right.
What? Imagine. Yo, listen, I'll pay money to see that. Listen, shout out to Tay-Tay. I'm a Swiftie, all right? But Cardi B, that's wild television if she in there and they showing her.
If she's going to be up in the box, I wonder if it's going to draw the same kind of camera as Taylor Swift did.
She'll be shaking her ass at the camera. I mean,
she will.
Yo, he said, fake ass is no good. That is true.
Is her ass fake?
Yeah, come on.
Yeah.
Man. Yeah, come on, man.
All right, I just haven't confirmed.
Hey,
myself.
Real question for you though. Back to basketball, real quick. I know, and I don't want to switch back. Are you guys going to watch the NBA finals?
More fake bud.
Oh, yeah, I know.
More fake bud. Are you
going to watch the NBA finals at all?
He said more fake bud.
More fake bud.
More fake bud.
Are you watching the NBA finals at all?
Not like I need to be in front of the TV at tip off anymore. Yeah. Like if I'm at a bar and it's on, I will pay attention. I'll obviously follow with the scores and everything, but I don't need to see it.
Yeah, keep up. Right. I was saying, I tweeted this the other day. This is probably the most nondescript Final Four of NBA finals and NHL playoffs, maybe of all time. Like Edmonton, Florida, Indiana, and Oklahoma City. Those are your markets. And there's no blue bloods there. I mean, I guess you could say Edmonton. It's not really, but like hockey's going to be a good matchup because it's a rematch of last year. They went Game 7. You got to have the best player in the sport and the reigning champs. But nobody cares. Nobody cares. Like nobody's going to care.
Nobody in New York,
and that's what sucks. Yeah, all the big markets: L.A., Boston, Philly, Chicago. Like not even Texas. Like there's no buzz. For these. So. I hope one of them goes 7 at least.
What would have been best case for the NBA? Like Knicks Lakers or something?
Knicks just the Knicks. Getting the Knicks in there.
Yeah.
Would have been huge.
Of course. Yeah. Anything. Lakers, LA and New York's probably one of the biggest markets.
That's always
that'd have been monstrous right there.
But Boston and LA have been fighting to get for championships for years. So that's a market.
But I haven't watched 2 seconds of playoff hockey. Like I've seen highlights here and there.
Knicks, and the Rangers kind of fucked everything up for us.
Yeah.
Don't they
At least the Knicks,
get a new manager or a coach, whatever the hell it is now.
Yeah.
I'm not even going to sit here and pretend I know how.
Yep. But dude, Speed, you mentioned it before, but it reminded me because I had that thought earlier today. The Knicks, it's almost a Rangers blueprint. The Rangers have been relevant. This is the first year they missed the playoffs, and I feel like in a long time.
Yeah.
But they've been a deep playoff team. They've been a Stanley Cup attendee. They've been relevant for at least a decade, and they keep swapping out coaches. They keep trying to get somebody to get them over the hump. So, like, maybe it's a little bit of talent. You just need that extra out of his mind player kind of thing.
And it hasn't worked yet for the Rangers, unfortunately. We're pissed off about it, but hey, they keep trying, so you can't fault them for that. But at some point the players are to blame too. So the Rangers might be blowing it up soon. I don't know.
Do they have a general manager in hockey? I'm sure.
Yeah. And he's on a hot seat now too.
That's what you can't keep going coach after coach after coach.
Yeah.
You built the roster. The person that we were just talking about this with Joe Shane, right? And how he built this roster. The roster sucks. Now he's getting better at it, and that's another story. But back then he built a crap roster, and Brian Daboll couldn't coach. Same thing goes for basketball and hockey. You can't keep blaming the coach and the players suck. You just can't. Or there's just not enough talent.
Eli, yeah.
Oh,
hold on.
First Holy shit, a super chat.
Hero, before you go real quick, we gotta say thanks and prayers because Scoop's got some good news today. If anybody saw that on X, you know us three are always praying for you, always got your back. So that's the best thing I saw today. So
we love you,
if you're happy, I'm happy, Scoob. So we always got your back. And in case you joined late, Scoob, Spiro has to chug beer for every super chat. So you did two.
Thank you for taking it easy on me, Scoobs, because it's a 5 second.
And hold on.
You could go slow on this one.
We need the white guy chugging beer music. Here we go. Yes. Turn that up.
Turn it up.
All right. Ready?
Wait for it.
Chug.
This one's particularly icy. It's cold.
Oh no!
Oh, it's cold.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go, sweet.
We love you, Miller. We love you. Hey,
we love you, Miller.
Bring.
Did you mean Scoob or did you say we love you, Miller?
No. I'm Miller Lite. Right, Miller Lite. You love it.
No, you meant Scoob.
Yeah. But I love Scoobs too. But I love.
Yeah, we love you, Miller.
I love you, Miller.
I'm sorry.
We love you, Scoobs. That was for you. You're the best, and I can't wait to hang out at camp. Before you know it, it'll be August, and we're gonna be back. And we want to do something big this year. We're gonna come in just swinging. So
Brandon, you're absolutely right, Brandon. But we would have to pay royalties if we played that song.
Yeah.
So I found some free white guy music. Went with that one this time.
Hey,
I want to ask you this before we go. I'm sorry, y'all. I just saw a clip. Shout out to Sarge, man. Where the hell is Sarge? He's usually in this chat here. But Sarge sent me a clip where it was a black podcast, right? 2 black dudes, and they were like, "Man, these are cool white boy terms." It's like, what's a white boy term? I don't know.
They bring back white people.
He said they came up with some cool,
like white guys used to be cooking, like with some of their.
We gotta find that clip.
Get a load of this guy.
Get a load of this guy. Yeah, stuff like that. Yes. Get a load of this guy. Are you barking up the wrong tree, Bucko?
Barking up the wrong tree. So good.
So I want to say this, man. What is if I'm putting you guys on the spot? You probably don't even know a black term that's like, oh, that's a good one. Any slang you guys want to throw at me? Well, I'm like, oh, that's a good one. I'm putting you right on the spot here.
The first thing that came to my mind is like, if something's not for me, I will put a little black on it, and I'll just be like, oh hell no.
Like,
I'll do one of those out there.
All right, that's cool. Speed, you grew up in Compton, so
yeah. Not everyone knows that. From Compton to the Mountain House. This guy really made the journey.
He made it. Oh, Speed,
oh my God. I want to go back. I want to go back and I used to use, and this is back in high school.
Oh, yes, got one.
But what did she say? Debo. She took it. She took it, dude. She took it right out of my mouth.
Yeah, talk. See, Pia just got her black card today. Speed,
we are from We're from Westwood / Washington Township, the Westwood part of us. We will always, we have that in our blood. That's us. That's us. We are. I played ball with some of my best friends back in the day, and they taught me. They taught me everything I know. I am half Blackie. You know this.
Of course, man. You're barking up the wrong tree, bucko. Yeah, you told me that one. Have
Bucko.
me that
Another good white one. When a white guy shows up, whether it's to the bar or to the party, you say, "Oh, I guess they let anybody in here, huh?"
This is great. We're gonna play this game a little bit. What you guys can prep actually for this, and that'll be freaking amazing.
I have this.
See, you guys are invited to the cookout, man. You guys are. Listen now, hold on. What's the meal that you bring into the cookout? P, I'm doing you right on the spot. Get in that chat. What's the side dish you bring into the cookout? All right, that's the only way. You're invited to the cookout. What you bring into the cookout, P? Just saying. What you gonna do? But guys, man,
I know what I'm grilling for you.
Oh yeah, listen,
or I'm bringing to the cookout is just barbecue drumsticks, just all drumsticks, just barbecued on the grill, crispy as fuck. And you just eat like 12 of them. That's what I'm bringing.
That's it.
I'm sorry. Hold on. Did she just say baked mac? Now, Pia, I just want you to know I'm black. If you talk about baked mac and cheese, you better bring it. I'm telling you, that is a soul food dish right there. It's a soul food dish right there.
Better get it right. You got to get it right.
You better get this
Get it
right
tight.
here. Get it right. Get it tight. Get it right. Get it right. You better bring this. And I'm gonna hold you to it next time we in whatever family function. You better bring it. Holy gosh, here you go. Steve.
I'll bring the. Before we get to this, I'll bring the ribs. I'm a big ribs guy.
I'll bring the beer.
them up. I'll bring the beers.
Now let me tell you, I don't eat pork, man. But here we are.
Thank you. Shit! All right. I'll adjust. My wife will cook something. She's really good at it.
Oh, then Mississippi's. We gotta do this right. Here we go. Ready? Chug.
One Mississippi. Two Mississippi. Three Mississippi. Four. Look at him. He was built for this. 5, 6, 7 Mississippi. 8 Mississippi. 9 Mississippi. 10 Mississippi. Right on time.
Let's go.
Well,
$2 Miller Lights.
$2 Miller Lights. Yo, shout out Madeline Burt. We gotta have that drop for her. That's great. $2 Miller Lights.
Bartlett, thank you, brother. Again, Bartlett gets. Oh, he's got another one locked and loaded.
Well,
this guy.
The Mets are playing on the West Coast tonight, so I figured I could just walk my way into, the Dodgers game.
I was up at 1 a.m. Speed's live video at 1 a.m. is gonna be like,
hey, listen. People love the live videos.
It did.
That
went off. That went off on TikTok.
I put that out at 2:00 in the morning, and that motherfucker went. It went. They love it.
Keep that coming. I love it too.
Please do, man. But shout out to the 433 people in the building today. Shout out to the revivalists in the chat. As always, man, you guys are coming correct, coming great. Bartlett, Rich, Pia, everybody, man. Next week, guys, we're going to have a special guest in the building. Look out for that announcement. And you know what? We're going to keep it going because I think we're going to have special guests, man, until training camp.
Let's line them up, baby. Let's line them up.
I think we're going to do that till training camp. All right?
This is the dog days, man. This is the dog days of like between the end of basketball and NHL until training camp.
Revival's going to get you through. Stay with us. Tuesday nights, baby. We are here.
You know what, guys?
We're going to get through this lull together.
I agree. And you know what? Who we should have back? Hoosha. I ain't drinking all. Hoosha. You know who we should have? You know what? These damn braces fuck me up, man.
But anyway, Hoosha.
Who would have got? All right, Bugs Bunny. Anyway, guys, you know who we should have back on the show?
Tell us.
And really give them the time that they allowed or should be.
Please.
K Adams.
Yeah.
K Adams. I think it's time to come back to the revival.
Come back.
We got to make this happen. Nah, I think
do it for us, do it for the people.
I think Kay will come back for the people and for us, man. So maybe, guys, you might get it. Maybe you guys, you might get Kay Adams back on here for more than 5 minutes of her time and go from there because, man, that was a hectic show. But, guys, stay tuned, man. We're going to have some guests lined up for you guys. We're going to keep you guys entertained until training camp, and then that's when we taking boots to the ground. You'll see us at training camp. you'll see us live over there, man. And we're going to get to work for you guys. So on behalf of my brothers, man, you guys know who they are. That's Mr. Glass Half Full of Nets.
Be the genius.
Let's go, Mets, baby. Best team in that now. No big fucking deal.
All right, calm down.
Let's go.
All right,
Come
take
at
it
me.
easy.
Give the guy a couple Miller Lights.
And you're gonna get
winning the
more
World
phone
Series
calls.
again.
You're gonna get more phone calls from me, Jeff. You better fucking
Ooh.
before I
Not
try.
Juan Soto heating up.
We are technically better than you guys.
He hit his third home run. Watch out.
Mets
Hit him.
fans win a couple games. They
You
think
just
they're
lost
the
your
engine.
closer. You better worry about your own guy, okay? Worry about your new closer. That stinks.
At
Out
this,
loud.
at this rate, you're paying $65 million per home run at this rate.
That's because we pay
Insane.
money. Doesn't matter to us. We don't care.
Fun
we
coupons.
don't care.
Fun
We're
coupons.
just fun coupons.
And of course, man, on behalf of my brother, the chemist, the humor god himself, LFA, is in the building.
That's cool.
And of course, it's your boy Eli Rax, aka Vibes. We see you guys on the next one. Peace and blessings. Yes, sir.
New York's Revival, I'm in the building.
Let's
go.
Live with the Woodlike Roll!
go.
Let's go.